Hi everyone. Hope you all had a good weekend and we are here again studying our lesson for this week. It is titled, Why Do We Need Christ? Very good question, and I'm very excited for this lesson because it is a beautiful, beautiful lesson. So our memory verse is found in Romans 5:19, and it says, "For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, so also by one man's obedience many will be made righteous." So this is the core of our lesson this week. One man's disobedience, we know that was Adam and Eve also, that disobeyed. We were made sinners. And now we know that by one man's obedience, which we know is Jesus Christ, many will be made righteous. So our first question is, what promise was given to Adam and Eve after they sinned? So they were living in a very beautiful place. Imagine God made this place for them, the Garden of Eden. They had no sin. They were able to eat everything there except for one tree. They sinned. They ate from the tree. God told them not to, and they did. So what happened after? We know that when God came and looked for them and talked to them, he said, Adam, what happened, right? And Adam said, oh, the woman that you gave me, she gave me and I ate. And then he asked the woman, what happened? And she says, oh, the serpent tricked me and I did eat. So now he talks to the serpent. He curses the serpent and then he tells him, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. Genesis 3:15, we find that. It's a very interesting verse. We see here that he's talking to the serpent. At the same time, there's a promise there for Adam and Eve and for all of us. He says here, I will put enmity. What is enmity? Enmity would be something like hatred, like opposition, going against someone. So he's going to put enmity, hatred between you. He's talking to the serpent, so he's saying between the serpent and between the woman. And between your seed, the serpent's seed, and her seed. Now, let's think about her seed. Her seed would be those who have sinned, who have been born of her, right? She was the mother of the human race. So she had children and they had children and children. And, finally, until one day, who was born of a woman? Was Jesus Christ. He was born of a woman. So he's talking here about Jesus and her seed. Okay? It says he, Jesus, shall bruise your head. What happens when someone bruises the serpent's head? Right? They crush him. The serpent lives no more because it had bruised his head. And it says that you, the serpent, will bruise his heel. We know that Satan tried everything he could to try to get Jesus to sin, but he was not able to. So the next question here, it says, why did they have to die and why do we have to die? So we know we sinned. We are born sinners already, and because of that, we need to die. The Bible in Romans 6:23 says, for the wages of sin is death. So sin equals death. So you sin. God said at the beginning, if you sin, if you eat that tree from that tree, you will die. So that's the result, that the wages of sin is death. That's why they have to die, and that's why we have to die. But it doesn't end there. The beautiful part comes to the next lesson that we will study tomorrow, of why we don't have to die actually. We can live, and not only live here, but we can live forever. And it's because of that promise that God gave to Adam and Eve when he was talking to the serpent in Genesis 3:15. So I'm very excited to share with you this lesson because it is such a beautiful lesson that I hope you will take and remember for the rest of your lives. Well, we will continue studying tomorrow. Take care. Bye.